Hello, welcome back to whatever this is. So for today, I am just going to do a little bit of a finish a painting with me, and we'll be finishing that painting the house down, and it will look really good, I promise you. So let's get into it. So I have the painting right here. As you can see, it is moi, it is me, and we're gonna be finishing it today. So because I need the motivation to finish it, basically. So let's get started. This is the second layer of this painting. The first one was just a really light coat of oil paint. So now I'm just really getting in there and adding those details and highlights, just to bring it all together. You're going to see in a second that I am currently doing the fingers, was the last thing I was needing to do for this portrait. And as you can see, it really does bring it together, adding a second coat of oil paint to it. It's kind of like an underpainting per se. So this is just me adding the colors of my hand and then adding sort of the blush on my pinky and fingers, etc. Not to go too into detail with it, basically because I'm not trying to put details where it's unnecessary, but I am trying to make this look realistic as it possibly can. So the reason why that hand is there, which is kind of an odd hand, is I was really trying to push my creativity and sort of, put, I guess, symbolisms in there in my artwork and sort of make it a little more oomph and make it just something a little more creative and just push my creativity to its limits. So I will be adding, I believe, some extra stuff in there that I will be sharing with you within the moments to come. But yeah, just finishing up that finger, adding some darker tones. I kind of feel excited for you guys to see this because in a weird way this looks like a very like title poster of like a really cheesy Nickelodeon movie that no one has heard about. Basically, it's really strange. I really love it. Feels like it's been in a dream, that sort of thing. And I really want to like make more of that type of stuff this year, if you guys know what I mean. Make it more beautiful, make it more wondrous, just like expand my imagination as an artist, because I feel like a lot of it is wasted in trying to make something very hyper realistic of like just a hand or something, when I could be making my literal dreams come true, which is my mission for this year. Not to sound too cheesy per se, but if you guys know what I mean, yeah, I just want to draw my dreams, draw, my subconscious, draw things that people haven't really seen as yet. Of course, we cannot reinvent a wheel, but we can always retell it. Yeah, but basically, my thoughts behind while crafting this picture, or sort of doing this picture in general, I just wanted to sort of push myself. I wanted to do a self portrait because I know that, self image is something I've been struggling with. And I don't really like painting myself, I just like painting random people. but to like actually use my actual self, it feels kind of risque. It feels kind of different. It just gives me like shivers, but I really enjoyed it. It felt like, looking at myself in a new light. Being unbiased really about it. Just painting what's there. I felt like any other subject that I was painting, basically. So yeah, a little creepy, or not creepy, but a little weird, like 5 cents, just to put that into the universe, basically. It's funny to me, low key, that in the entirety of this, of me basically painting myself, besides the background, I'm using just a very, very, very tiny brush. I hope everybody else does this when they're painting with oil paint or something. I just really like being precise. Not really precise per se, but I want it to look like a figure and not just have it out of the lines. I don't get too precise into it really. I just go with the flow. I will do it, whatever intuitively. Just it's really great at blending, at mixing colors. Especially when you're trying to get that crisp, clean edge. So that's why I'm using this really, really tiny little hog hair brush or whatever it is. But it is really amazing. After I finish up this long process of the hands, I'm going to start on the background, which I think is my favorite because then it'll just be like just a thin layer for the background, and then I can start deciding what would really make this painting pop. Because I know my skin feels a little bit muted, and I think that was my bad because I didn't tone the paper, I didn't tone the canvas. So I didn't really know what I should and shouldn't have done when I was doing this. But color theory is really going to pop off right now and help me doing my stuff, because then I can tell, if the skin looks a little more darker, if it looks a little more lighter, and the stuff in between that. So I'm going in with some black that I mixed with brown and pathogen blue, I believe, and I'm just outlining that hand in front, and it's already making the hand color pop out. So then I did that for the rest of the top portion of the painting. And I didn't introduce you to this weird caped scarecrow looking guy in this corner, but yeah, he is a scarecrow. He's sort of meant to represent, I'm guessing, Balenciaga, or just very avant-garde type fashion that looks very weird and trendy, and I just wanted to incorporate him into this mix. Do I know exactly what I'm going to do with him or how he is involved in the storyline? Sort of, but I am going to sort of marry the subject matter together, so it kind of makes a little more sense with my portrait, as well as like a random hand reaching out to me. So you guys will get to see, you know, how I sort of make it come together at the end. Yeah, but the background is really helping his like blue jacket pop out, which is something that I was trying to go for. So I'm really happy about that. Right here, now I'm mixing like a very lighter shade of the color I did on top. I just want to do like this semi-gradient on the bottom, just to see which one looks better. Comment down below which one looks better. But yeah, the blue does look really good too. This is just, again, a very thin layer, so I'm not worried too much about the brush strokes, because I will be going back around it later when it dries a little bit more and becomes a little more tacky enough to add more paint onto it without it getting muddy. So yeah, this is me just finishing up that section. And low-key, we're almost at the end of this first part of the video. Right here, I'm just sort of quote-unquote glazing my hair, or the dark background. And then I'm going to be adding highlights later on once this dries up a little bit. So yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty decent. I will show you the final effect almost of what it looks like. I do think this looks like a very realistic face of mine's. It's really fun. I did add some darker shades with that blue as well in the corners of where the fingers are. As you can see, it does look pretty bewildering, pretty odd. It's giving like a really cool weird mix of realism, which I was going for. I really enjoyed it. In part 2, I will be glazing a little bit more. We'll be adding a little more subject matter and also working on the clothes.